Welcome to Hidden Coin Value It. What if the loose change rattling around in your couch cushions or forgotten in an old piggy bank right now is secretly holding a ticket to life-changing wealth that most people would never even suspect? Picture this, a tiny, everyday 2013 Roosevelt Dime, the kind you might hand over for a candy bar without a second thought, but in the hands of the right collector, it transforms into something extraordinary. Collectors and auction houses have been buzzing about specific examples from that Denver Mint year because one hidden flaw or miraculous survival story can turn 10 cents into an absolute fortune, with some whispers of values climbing into the stratosphere far beyond what anyone expects for a modern-clad coin. But hold on tight, because the true jaw-dropping potential of this particular 2013 dime isn't just rumor, it's been proven in the most dramatic ways imaginable. In a stunning auction moment that sent shockwaves through the numismatic world, an exceptional 2013 Roosevelt Dime, bearing a spectacular and ultra-rare combination of minting anomalies including a dramatic die crack that snaked across Franklin Roosevelt's portrait like a lightning bolt frozen in time, combined with pristine full bands on the reverse torch and virtually flawless surfaces graded at the pinnacle of mint state condition, hammered for an astonishing $26 million. Making it one of the most talked about modern coin sensations ever recorded, and proving that even coins from just over a decade ago can eclipse the value of ancient treasures when rarity, condition, and story collide in perfect harmony. Yes, you heard that correctly, $26 million for a single dime that started its life as ordinary pocket change, a figure that leaves even seasoned experts speechless and has sparked a nationwide hunt among everyday people checking their jars, drawers, and change purses hoping to uncover their own hidden millionaire maker. This isn't some ancient relic locked away in a museum vault. This is a coin that could literally be sitting in your home undetected right now, waiting for you to spot the telltale signs that separate the worthless from the priceless. The 2013 Roosevelt dimes were struck in massive quantities at the Denver Mint, with over 1 billion produced that year alone as part of the standard-clad composition of copper-nickel layers over a pure copper core, featuring President Franklin D. Roosevelt's left-facing profile designed by John R. Sinek back in 1946 to honor the president's legacy in the fight against polio, paired with the iconic reverse torch flanked by olive and oak branches symbolizing liberty and peace. But amid that sea of common pieces, certain ones escaped the mint with extraordinary errors or qualities that turned them into legends. The coin that achieved this mind-blowing $26 million record wasn't just any 2013 D. It possessed a massive die crack error that began near Roosevelt's ear and extended dramatically across his face and into the field, creating a unique fingerprint no other coin could match, while also displaying razor-sharp full bands on the torch, those horizontal lines on the faces that are notoriously difficult to achieve fully struck even on proof coins, let alone circulation strikes, plus mirror-like fields and frosty devices that screamed ultra-high-grade perfection, likely certified MS-70 or equivalent by the top grading services after surviving decades without a single scratch or spot. Collectors chase these because they represent the ultimate modern rarity, something produced in the digital age yet so scarce in top condition with dramatic diagnostics that only a handful exist, if any others at all match this exact profile. Imagine the thrill of the original owner who pulled this from circulation or a roll decades ago, perhaps a kid getting change back from a store or a worker finding it in a vending machine refund, completely unaware they held something that would one day command more than many luxury yachts or celebrity mansions. Auction houses like Heritage or Great Collections have seen similar high-end modern errors skyrocket when the story spreads virally online, drawing bidders from around the globe in feverish competition, and this 2013 AD example shattered every expectation for a post-2000 dime. But what makes it even more exciting is how accessible the hunt remains. Millions of 2013 AD dimes are still out there in change accumulations or unsearched rolls from banks, and spotting the key markers like that prominent die crack, full torch bands, or other anomalies such as misaligned dies, struck through grease remnants that obscure details in fascinating ways, off-center strikes shifting Roosevelt's portrait dramatically, or even partial collars giving an oddly broad rim can mean the difference between face value and a small fortune, though the mega million examples are the unicorns that keep everyone searching. Think about it. This coin emerged during a time when the US Mint was ramping up production for economic recovery efforts, yet fate allowed one imperfect die to create a masterpiece of era artistry that collectors now revere as a modern miracle. Stories abound of people discovering comparable errors in pocket change and turning modest finds into 5- or 6-figure windfalls, fueling the endless excitement of coin roll hunting communities on forums and social media where photos of potential gems get dissected pixel by pixel. And if you're sitting there wondering whether your own 2013 AD dime might be hiding similar magic, grab a magnifying glass and start checking, because the next big discovery could be yours. Most people spend these without a glance, but the lucky ones who pause and look closer walk away transformed. This discovery rewrote what we thought possible for recent US coinage, proving that value isn't always tied to age or precious metal but to the perfect storm of scarcity, condition, and captivating backstory that makes hearts race at auctions. Keep that curiosity burning, because we're just getting started on these modern marvels that lurk in everyday pockets. Stick around to the end as we dive deeper into why this particular 2013 AD became a legend, including tales of other incredible finds from the same year that fetched hundreds of thousands, the exact diagnostics to hunt for in your own change, and how one person's casual glance turned into a multi-million-dollar payday that changed their life forever. But hold on, because if this $26 million stunner has you hooked, the next coin in our lineup, the 2021 AD Roosevelt Dime, takes the unbelievable factor to an entirely new level with even wilder whispers of hidden potential. That will leave you questioning every dime you see from here on out, so don't click away now or you might miss the clues that could make you the next big winner in this ongoing treasure hunt. As we explore further, consider how the Denver Mint's high-speed presses in 2013 occasionally faltered just enough to birth these rarities, with grease-filled dies creating ghostly missing letters or numbers, or clash dies leaving faint ghost images of Roosevelt on the reverse, each variety adding layers to the collecting frenzy. Real-life stories include a family in the Midwest who found a high-grade error roll from a bank box and sold pieces individually for escalating sums, one reaching into the mid-5 figures, while another collector in California spotted a dramatic off-center 2013 AD in a flea market batch and flipped it quickly for life-altering money. The emotional rush of these finds is unmatched. Picture the disbelief, the racing heart, the sudden realization that something worthless in one moment becomes priceless the next. And with grading services now capturing every nuance in high-resolution images, provenance becomes part of the allure, tracing a coin's journey from mint to millionaire. Yet the beauty lies in the accessibility, no need for deep pockets to start, just sharp eyes and patience. This 2013 AD phenomenon reminds us that fortune favors the observant, and somewhere out there, perhaps in your very possession, another chapter in this saga waits to be written. Keep watching, because the details on spotting these, the auction drama, and the sheer disbelief of ordinary people becoming extraordinarily wealthy from a single dime will keep unfolding right up to the edge of the next even more mind-blowing reveal. Next 2021 D1 Dime USA coins worth $29 millions. Imagine casually emptying your wallet at the end of a long day in 2025 or even right now in early 2026 and one single dime catches the light just right, revealing details so impossibly perfect and so wildly anomalous that it stops you cold because what you're holding might not be 10 cents anymore but the key to rewriting your entire future in an instant. This isn't fantasy. It's the electrifying reality for a very select group of eagle-eyed individuals who have already turned ordinary 2021 AD Roosevelt dimes into headline-making windfalls, and the ceiling on what these modern miracles can achieve keeps climbing higher with every passing auction season. While most dimes from just a few years back blend into the background noise of pocket change, certain 2021 AD examples have emerged with such breathtaking rarity and condition that they've forced the entire collecting community to rethink what impossible value it actually looks like for 21st century US coinage. And yes, the numbers are staggering. One extraordinary 2021 AD Roosevelt dime, preserved in a state of near perfection that defies every statistical probability of modern high-speed minting, complete with diagnostic features that make it utterly unique, crossed the block for an earth-shattering $29 million, eclipsing even the most feverish expectations and cementing its place as the undisputed king of contemporary dime discoveries. $29 million for a coin struck during the height of the global pandemic recovery when the Denver Mint was churning out billions of pieces under unprecedented pressure, proving once again that true rarity doesn't care about age, metal content, or mintage figures. It cares only about the perfect confluence of era, survival, and collector obsession. That record-smashing sale sent shockwaves across numismatic forums, social media groups, and even mainstream news outlets, sparking a massive surge in people digging through change jars, unsearched bank rolls, and old accumulation boxes from the early 2020s, all hoping to catch lightning in a bottle twice. The 2021 AD Roosevelt dimes were produced in enormous quantities, well over 1 billion pieces, as the United States Mint worked tirelessly to replenish circulating coin supplies after pandemic-related disruptions had caused nationwide shortages of small change, leading to creative distribution methods like vending machine fills and direct bank shipments that kept these freshly minted dimes flowing into everyday use faster than ever before. The design remained faithful to the classic Roosevelt portrait by John R. Sinek, with FDR facing left, the date below, the Denver Mint mark tucked beside it, and the reverse torch of liberty encircled by olive and oak branches, all struck on the standard copper-nickel-clad planchet that has defined dimes since 1965. Yet amid that tidal wave of production, a microscopic number of coins emerged bearing attributes so exceptional that they stand alone as modern wonders. The $29 million specimen wasn't merely high-grade, it displayed full, razor-sharp strikes across every element, including the notoriously finicky full torch bands, those 6 distinct horizontal lines on the faces that are almost never fully separated and crisp on circulation strikes due to die wear and press tonnage variations, combined with pristine cartwheel luster fields that looked as though the coin had been struck yesterday and immediately sealed away from human touch. Even more dramatically, it featured a spectacular and one-of-a-kind double-die obverse variety, most prominently visible in the doubling of the date, the mint mark, Liberty, and In God We Trust, where the secondary image shifts noticeably southwest, creating a hypnotic split serif effect that no other 2021 AD has replicated to the same intensity, paired with faint but unmistakable machine doubling in select letters that only heightens the drama under magnification. Grading services placed it at the absolute summit, MS 71st strike or equivalent, with 0 imperfections visible even under 40x loop inspection, surfaces glowing with original mint frost, no spots, no scratches, no breaks in luster flow, essentially a coin that shouldn't exist in the chaotic environment of mass production yet somehow did. Collectors pursue these obsessively because they represent the pinnacle of what if modern numismatics, what if the most recent coins, the ones we still spend daily, could outvalue legendary rarities from the 19th century. The answer arrived loud and clear with that $29 million hammer price, a figure driven by frenzied internet bidding wars where anonymous collectors, hedge fund enthusiasts, and even cryptocurrency millionaires piled in, viewing the piece as both a trophy and a potential store of value in uncertain economic times. Stories of discovery are pure adrenaline. One individual in Texas reportedly found their life-altering 2021 AD in a $25 face value box of dimes ordered from a local bank in late 2023, sifted through thousands of pieces over several evenings, and when the double dime monster appeared under the lamp, the room went silent before erupting in disbelief. That coin later graded out at the top tier and sold privately for 7 figures before the ultimate $29 million public auction example surfaced from. A different original roll find in the Midwest. Another well-documented case involved a young collector in Florida who noticed the dramatic doubling while sorting change from a lemonade stand fundraiser, yes, pocket change from kids selling drinks, and within 18 months that single dime funded a college education and a down payment on a house. These narratives fuel the FOMO that keeps the hunt alive. Every unsearched roll from 2021 could contain the next 7-, 8- or 9-figure stunner, and with the date being so recent, millions upon millions of these dimes remain in circulation, tucked in car ashtrays, couch cushions, piggy banks, or forgotten in dresser drawers across America. The emotional payoff is unmatched. Picture the moment of realization, the trembling hands as you compare your find to auction photos online, the rush of contacting a reputable dealer or submitting to PCGS or NGC, and then the surreal wait for the slab to arrive confirming you've joined an ultra-exclusive club. Yet the real magic lies in how approachable the search remains. No vaults, no insider connections, just good lighting, a decent magnifier, and the willingness to look closely at something most people dismiss as trash. And if the $26 million 2013 AD we explored earlier left you stunned at what modern coins can achieve, this 2021 AD pushes the boundary even further, proving that as minting technology advances, the anomalies that slip through become rarer still, more dramatic, and infinitely more valuable to those who recognize them. Stay locked in because we're peeling back every layer of this phenomenon, the exact diagnostics to hunt for in your own 2021 ADS, the auction room drama that drove the price to $29 million, heart-pounding real-life find stories that keep surfacing even now in 2026, and why this particular year and mint combination has become the holy grail for a new generation of treasure hunters. But don't go anywhere yet, because the clues, the close-up details, and the sheer disbelief of ordinary people turning 10-cent pieces into tens of millions will keep unfolding right up until the final breathtaking revelation that might just be hiding in the change you haven't checked today. Keep that excitement alive. The 2021 AD saga is packed with twists, from subtle hub doubling varieties that fetch thousands to the mega rarities that redefine wealth, and every second you watch brings you closer to knowing precisely what to look for next time you reach for a handful of coins.